Looking for the ideal sports show on radio?
Pass one, pass two, brilliant goal!
Then join Sam on Sports File for the latest in soccer from the MLS and Europe.
For the Houston Dynamo.
The NFL.
Roquan Smith is off to the races.
The NBA.
Here comes LeBron!
Formula One.
Kimi Räikkönen leads the Grand Prix!
Tennis. And much more. Sports File, airing on Fridays at 12 p.m. Central Time and streaming online in over 170 countries on AfroVibesRadio.com Houston. To get updates on Sports File with Sam, simply download the app Afro Vibes Radio Houston on Google Play Store and make sure you join our weekly updates on SoundCloud.com/SportsFile.
That is a fizzer!
A basketball sport from Warri Delta State, a Lagos-based defensive end, and the son of Nigerian athletes. They are among 10 players of Nigerian descent drafted at the 2020 NFL Draft. My name is Sam. Welcome to Sports File on AfroVibesRadio.com. I will briefly profile these players and explore their Nigerian connections. As the number of Nigerian immigrants continue to increase here in the US, millions of kids of Nigerian descent are emerging in all spheres of life, be it medicine, sports, academia. There is always that last name that rings a bell to Nigerians. Today on Sports File, I want to take you on a jolly ride around the world of the NFL to see 10 players of Nigerian descent that made it to the quintessential sport here in the US, the National Football League. Number one on the night was Jeff Okudah, a cornerback out from Ohio State University. Drafted number 3 by Detroit Lions, and number 3 pick, Jeff Okudah is the highest of the bunch. Okudah was born to Nigerian parents who came to the US in the 90s. He is 20 years old, drafted at number 3 by Detroit Lions. The second Nigerian drafted at the 2020 NFL Draft is Noah Igbiogene, 30th pick by Miami Dolphins. His father Festus was a Nigerian athlete who won bronze medal for Nigeria at the 1990 Commonwealth Games. He also competed in the men's triple jump at the 1992 Summer Olympic Games here in Atlanta. His mother, Faith Ibiogene, was an Olympic athlete in track and field. He won bronze medal at the 1992 Olympic Games with Nigerian 4x100 women relay team. As a cornerback, Ibiogene was drafted number 30 overall by Miami Dolphins in the first round of the pick. Born in Charlottesville, Alabama, Ibiogene was raised by Nigerian parents who represented Nigeria as athletes. Number 3 Nigerian to be drafted on the night was Josh Uche, 60th pick by New England Patriots. Born to Nigerian parents in Miami, Uche was drafted as number 60 by New England Patriots in the second round of the NFL Draft. He played as a linebacker from Michigan State. Both Uche parents came to the US in the late 90s, and his father is an engineer and is an architect. With interview with NFL.com, Josh Uche said that in his household that they are more committed to soccer, basketball than the NFL. So we're going to explore number 4 Nigerian that was drafted on the night in the 2020 NFL Draft. Sports Fire continue after this.
Looking for the ideal sports show on radio?
Pass one, pass two, brilliant goal!
Then join Sam on Sports File for the latest in soccer from the MLS and Europe.
For the Houston Dynamo.
The NFL.
Roquan Smith is off to the races.
The NBA.
Here comes LeBron!
Formula One.
Kimi Räikkönen leads the Grand Prix!
Tennis. And much more. Sports File, airing on Fridays at 12 p.m. Central Time and streaming online in over 170 countries on AfroVibesRadio.com Houston. To get updates on Sports File with Sam, simply download the app Afro Vibes Radio Houston on Google Play Store and make sure you join our weekly updates on SoundCloud.com/SportsFile.
That is a fizzer!
Welcome back to Sports File on AfroVibesRadio.com. I'm still talking about 10 players of Nigerian descent that were drafted at the 2020 NFL Draft. Number 4 is Julian Okwara, drafted in the 3rd round at 67th by Detroit Lions. On that draft day, Detroit Lions selected 2 Nigerian players and Julian Okpara is number 2 of those Nigerian players. At Detroit, Okpara would play alongside his older brother, Romeo, described as a gifted pass rusher. Julian was born in London, but he grew up in the Lake area of Lagos, Nigeria. He moved to North Carolina when he was 8 years old. Growing up in Lagos, Okpara and his older brother said that they played soccer and basketball, but when he moved to North Carolina, he picked up football. Okpara, like his older brother, attended Audrey Kell High School in North Carolina, and he played college basketball in Notre Dame, but he never played together with his brother. Let's talk about number 5, Michael Ojemudia, 7 pick by Denver Broncos. As a cornerback, Michael Ojemudia was selected from Iowa as the 77th pick by Denver Broncos in the 3rd round. Ojemudia was born here in the US. So you can see Nigerian-born players are making waves in the National Football League. 10 of them was drafted at this year's NFL draft. We're talking about them. Number 6 of them coming your way. Stay tuned on Sports 5.
Looking for the ideal sports show on the radio?
Pass 1, pass 2, brilliant goal!
Then join Sam on Sports File for the latest in soccer from the MLS and Europe,
For the Houston Dynamo.
the NFL,
Roquan Smith is off to the races.
the NBA,
Here comes LeBron.
Formula One,
Kimi Räikkönen leads the Grand Prix.
tennis, and much more. Sports File, airing on Fridays at 12 p.m. Central Time and streaming online in over 170 countries on AfroVibesRadio.com Houston. To get updates on Sports File with Sam, simply download the app Afro Vibes Radio Houston on Google Play Store and make sure you join our weekly updates on SoundCloud.com/Sports File.
That is a
Still talking about 10 players of Nigerian descent who were drafted at the last NFL draft. Number 6 is Albert Okwuegbunam, tight end from University of Missouri. He was picked at 118 by Denver Broncos. Okwuegbunam was selected by Denver Broncos in the 4th round with the number 118th pick in the overall. Okwuegbunam was born in Illinois to Albert Sr., who came to the US from Nigeria when he was 19 years old. His mom is Caucasian. His dad came to US for university education, and his dad played soccer at Lincoln Land Community College. The number 7th Nigeria drafted on the 9th was Hakeem Adeniji, picked by the Bengals at 180. Hakeem Adeniji played college football at University of Kansas before he was drafted by Cincinnati Bengals as the 180 overall pick in the 6th round. Number 8 is Michael Owenu, guard, drafted by New England Patriots at 182nd. Born in Detroit, Michigan, Owenu had Nigerian parents, Stephen and Roslyn, who were both born in Nigeria and later moved to the United States of America. As I told you, Nigerian-born players making it big in the NFL. 10 got drafted last April during the draft, but there is one foundation that has laid this groundwork for these boys, for them to really live their dream, and that is Ejike Ogbaja Basketball Foundation. It has helped a lot of Nigerian youth to play collegiate basketball here in the US, while they also pursue their academic dreams. One player that made it from that foundation to the NFL, a lot have come and gone, but Prince Warner will be coming your way. Still on Sports File on AfroVibesRadio.com. Still talking about 10 players of Nigerian descent who were drafted at the 2020 NFL Draft last April. Number 9 is Prince Tega Wano, drafted 210 pick overall by Philadelphia Eagles. One thing that makes this player so special is that he is from nothing to something story from this year NFL Draft. Prince Tega Wano journey from Warri to the NFL is a dream come true, like every other average Nigerian can connect with. Born in Warri, Delta State, Wano is the 7th of 9 children from a Nigerian city of Warri, Delta State. His grandfather was a king. That is why he got the name Prince. It was a game of basketball that he fell in love with, and he came to the US to play basketball in high school. Then he fell in love with football, and he ended up at Auburn University. Prince Tega Wano came through Ejike Ogbaja Basketball Foundation, Ejike Obaja is the first Nigerian to be drafted in the NBA straight from Nigeria by the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2006. So he has given Nigerian youth that platform for them to excel and showcase their talent. Hence, he established the Ejike Obaja Basketball Foundation. And this foundation have helped a lot of Nigerian kids to live their dream of playing collegiate football while also pursuing their academic dreams. One of them is Prince Tega Wano. He had enough talent to draw attention to scouts who offered him scholarship at Edgewood Academy in Elmo, Alabama in 2014. In high school, he learned to play football and he got himself a scholarship with Auburn University. A few years later, he made it to the NFL draft and was drafted by the Eagles in the 6th round, 210 pick. I believe he will connect with Jay Ajayi, who plays the running back for Philadelphia Eagles, drafted by Miami Dolphins. He went from out of Boise College. So now he'll be sharing the same locker room with Prince Tega Wano. However, Tega said he has never forgotten where he come from and he dreamed of one day returning to sponsor a camp like the one that brought him to limelight. Last but not the least is Justin Madubike, drafted 71 by the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens, born in Texas to Nigerian parents. Justin Madubike was selected by the Baltimore Ravens in the 71st pick in the draft. Defensive end out of Texas A&M before he was drafted. So these are 10 players of Nigerian descent who are living their dream of playing football here in the United States. I believe that by the time we have the NBA draft, we have more Nigerians making waves in the NBA and they will find their way. Jordan Nwora, for example, already capped at the national team level with Nigeria and the Tigers. I believe he will be top of the draft in the NBA when the NBA draft comes around. My name is Sam. Keep watching Sports File on AfroVibesRadio.com. You can connect with me on my social media platform. Just hit the follow button. Sam Bono Official. And let's go. Thanks for watching.
Looking for the ideal sports show on radio?
Pass one, pass two, brilliant goal!
Then join Sam on Sports File for the latest in soccer from the MLS and Europe.
For the Houston Dynamo.
The NFL.
Roquan Smith is off to the races.
The NBA.
Here comes LeBron!
Formula One.
Kimi Räikkönen leads the Grand Prix!
Tennis. And much more. Sports File, airing on Fridays at 12 p.m. Central Time and streaming online in over 170 countries on AfroVibesRadio.com Houston. To get updates on Sports File with Sam, simply download the app Afro Vibes Radio Houston on Google Play Store and make sure you join our weekly updates on SoundCloud.com/Sports File.